And showing us how it's done.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, all jokes aside, Sonic Kids, they're in the running here for that fourth place spot. They're trying to finish up strong, and they have locked in ready. It's Sonic Kids versus USA for that last spot, basically in the group. So they really have got to win every match possible. They need to win against Mushroom Company if they want to stand a chance of getting in to the top four. Because USA won today, so that puts them 3 points ahead of Rylez' team. So Rylez, they have to win if they want to stay close to them.
Yeah, that's definitely true. The Mushroom Company did win their series to get against Bleached Bones, so that puts them even ahead. And then
Oh,
Sonic Kids are at a
the man just
disadvantage.
got
But
banned out.
man just got banned. Oh boy, man got banned. We'll have to see what the man picks this time. It's probably gonna be an LA Shaman.
Yeah,
I have to guess.
I think that's not the best ban though, but who knows? I just
Yeah,
feel
I
like
agree. I feel like
Ellie
mages
is
aren't
scary.
as strong as mages right now, definitely. Or mages aren't as strong as LA Shamans.
Yeah.
Oh well, that means we're not going to be seeing Rylez coming out on his mage at least. I'm not sure if he plays anything else.
No, I don't think so. I think we're just gonna see Ellie Shadow Priest, like
Oh,
you
we see an
said.
Affliction Warlock, or
That's what they picked. That's what they
yeah,
picked a fair bit.
Mushroom Company picks.
Okay, wow. So Variant gonna come out. Do you think the Shadow Priest has already been banned out? So I think it's just gonna be Shadow Cleave. It's gonna be Shadow
Yeah,
Cleave versus
probably Shadow
probably
Priest. They're
Ellie
gonna
Shadow
shove him-
Priest.
They're gonna put on a DK, but then I believe actually they could ban out the DK.
Well, they banned out Resto Shaman, so Affliction Lock has
Oh,
been
did they
banned
ban out
out to
Resto
go
Shaman?
with I know
Okay.
you were delayed on that. So Mushroom Company bans out the Affliction Lock to go with the Ellie Shaman. That makes sense. LSD is always going to be banned pretty much. It's only I think a proper LSD, Affliction Lock. Ellie Shaman has only made its own appearance once, and it won pretty easily. But Resto Shaman banned out. So probably Shadow Cleave with a Resto Druid, I guess, which is not a bad setup at all. I've played quite a bit of that. Yeah, Resto Druid is picked. It obviously could be something else. Maybe the Mage coming. Maybe they'll play MLD. Ban Q was banned out almost
Last
every
series.
game, actually, the last two
Mhm.
series. So he
Yeah.
could actually be coming out here. We could see MLD. Resto Druid pick for both teams. So I think it's either going to be the Shadow Cleave, but probably ban Q, because he's been banned out every time so far, and he's not this time. So there must be a reason that he's getting banned out. He must be a pretty good player, a pretty well-known player to be getting banned out that much. So I think we're going to see MLD versus the Shadow Priest Ellie Resto Druid.
Yep, Shadow Priest LA Resto Druid, definitely a strong triple hybrid comp. A lot of healing potential coming out of that, as well as a lot of burst potential with DPs and Lava Burst and LA Blast. So definitely a good chance for them to take this series. I know every time I play against Shadow Priest LA Resto Druid, I'm a little scared for my life because I can randomly die, but
Yeah, well, it is Shadow Priest Ellie Resto Druid, and it's going to be the Unholy Decay again. So even though the Frost Mage was available, they're going to go with that instead. So Shadow Cleave going to be going up against that team, which I really feel like the Ellie Shadow Priest Resto Druid is like it's a tier 1 comp. I think it's really
yeah, definitely a tier 1 comp. Has a lot of, that's the thing about Shadow Cleave. When I played against a Shadow Cleave team, and I was running actually a similar comp to this Shadow Priest LA Resto Druid, although I was playing different specs. The hybrid potential against Shadow Cleave is just so strong right now. You can just heal through everything and get a lot of pressure. So that's one kind of downfall for the Shadow Cleave team. But then again, they're going to be able to put out a ton of spread pressure for this Resto Druid to heal through. So we'll see if he's able to step up and heal through all these spread dots.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I think that like you said, this
But the Shadow Cleave team is also losing the mastery from the Resto Shaman, which is I think it's big.
It is big. You lose a lot. You lose a lot of damage, but at the same time, you gain a lot of healing. You basically, it's like it can be a difference because it's like you are doing less damage technically, but then at the same time versus some of the setups, you can just be way more aggressive because you have the Resto Druid healing you instead of the Shaman. So because of that, you can kind of play more offensive, and sometimes the damage ends up similar.
Yeah.
But
are you sure if this team's going to be the Horde Alliance this time?
I do not know. We just have to wait. They don't really tell us, and I just wait. I just watch what they're on. League Sonic's on Alliance, and so is Arena League. So I think they're going to be Alliance at least for now until we wait.
All right, sounds good. Sonic, yeah, have to see how good their Ellie Shaman Shadow Priest play is. I know Kiss and Krill run that a lot on the US ROMs, and whenever I fight against them, it's pretty tough to get a kill.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing, is it doesn't always do the most insane pressure consistently, that Shadow Priest Ellie team. But the thing is, it's just so hard to kill them, and it's kind of like a setup. It's like the triple healer. It's the hybrids holding hands, so you're kind of just, you're kind of just waiting until Ellie randomly one-shots someone.
Yeah, that's really... And you know what? The longer the game goes, the more the Mastery has a chance to proc those 4 Lava Bursts, so
Yeah.
Obviously, great potential here for this LA Shaman team, and also Healing Stream, Totem, Prayer of Mending, Bouncing, and Renew, and like Healing Surges and Restorative Heals. It's going to be hard for the Shadow Play or Shadow Cleave to get pressure, probably ruling spread, but maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can. Having played against this a fair bit myself, I feel like, if they're doing it right, the target is the Shadow Priest and the Resto Druid, and I feel like you have to make grip swaps on the Resto Druid as much as you can. But even more ideally, you just fear the Resto Druid and walk to him, because if you can just walk to the Resto Druid, if your DK can get there just for free, then when the Druid tries to displace, you can grip him back. Otherwise, your swaps can be shut down pretty quickly by Displacer Beast. So
you have to use 2 grips, and then they have to wait for 2 to recharge instead of just 1. And
yeah, so I think that the best way to do it is really just if you can just walk over to him, and then you just go on him, and you can just asphyxiate, and you can spam fear off that and MCS and blah blah blah. You can actually get really good pressure on a Resto Druid, so you can take down that Resto Druid. And the Resto Druid, also worth mentioning, does not have Ice Block in this comp or anything like that, so you can get some pretty sick pressure on him. And
it's going to be key probably in this matchup.
It's going to require some cross CC and stuff to get those kills, but you definitely can do it. Your Resto Druid has to get involved as well. I mean, if the Resto Druid can bash clone someone or whatever at the same time as you're going on their Resto Druid, then it's pretty good. So we're just going to have to see what swaps they can make.
Yeah, definitely. All right, time to set up this AL menu here. So it's going to be Fnobber on the Resto Druid.
I did get the Hybrids Holding Hands emote. It's a sub-emote.
Do you know who this Shadow Priest is on the Rylez team?
It's Echo.
Okay. Oh, he's just Waffle. Alright, and then none of these guys.
Okie dokie.
So
Whereas Ven I think is flaking out, so it's just gonna be.
He's flaking out.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ven is a flaker, man.
Is he?
Yeah, it's becoming a pattern.
Is it? He hasn't been here last couple times.
Yep.
Wow.
He says he wants to do it, then he just flakes out on me.
What a little flaky strudel.
Yep.
Oh, that's okay. Fnobber and Resto Druid, he plays a lot in the AT realm. It's a little 80s stuff.
Yeah, he does. He's kind of famous for that. But he plays a lot on live now. He just plays a ton of WoW, period. He's always playing WoW.
Plays a bunch of classes. Obviously, probably really good on the Resto Druid. Going to see some good games here, probably, I would think. Probably with some of the better matches of today, I would say.
Yeah, I think so, too. Rylez team, although, I was kind of joking around, their record isn't the best, but they've only lost really to quite good teams. They lost second place, and I think they maybe lost to Bleached Bones as well. And then they only have one of their best of 3 losses, so they're doing okay. They kind of fought the hard teams first in their group. But yeah, we'll find out if they're going to be able to take down Mushroom Company, because like I said, they need to, and Mushroom Company at the same time needs to get every win possible if they want to have a chance of getting into that top 4. They haven't played nearly as many series as some of the other teams, but now they have played 4 series and they have 2 wins, so I think they're at probably 5 points or so with that extra point that they did get, and I think they're basically actually tied with Rylez team now, so they're right in the running as well. So whoever wins this, it could be pretty big. Also,
it's gonna be an influential game on the standings, definitely.
Yeah, because Mushroom Company now has 4 series played, so they're actually exactly tied with Sonic Kids, because they both have 5 points and they both have 4 series played. So that's pretty big. There's a number of teams that are right in around for that fourth place spot, which is going to be the last spot they can get to get out of this. I mean, USA is now at 8 points, and I'll just bring this over and show you guys. I haven't been invited to the group yet, so we're looking at the blue group right now. Oh, and I just heard that invite, so there we go.
Yeah, I was invited a little while ago. So
yeah, okay. Well, second place, they have 11 points, but they also have the most games played. They've played 6 games. USA actually just played their 6th game and they won, so they are now at 8 points with the 2 additional points that they got. Bleached Bones lost, so they are still at 9 points with 6 games played actually. So, and since second place beat Bleached Bones, I think second place is basically guaranteed to get first now in their group.
Okay.
Unless maybe 25 Media Tumblr can pass them, because 25 Media Tumblr actually beat second place. So if they tie, then they'll get first, and second place would get second place. But then the big kind of battle here is for this last slot. Mushroom Company has played 2 more series, and they're now at 5 points, which means they're tied with Sonic Kids. Just in time, 5 series, 4 points. They're probably pretty much out of it. But USA, Sonic Kids, and Mushroom Company all kind of have a chance here, and I think it's going to be between USA, and whoever wins this series for that 4th place spot.
It's going to be definitely to see how the bracket play does end up working out in the first place, and then we'll have to see who goes from Group Red into Group Blue, and then once those series happens, it's going to be really easy to tell which group was the superior group, because obviously 4 versus 1, if 4 wins, then it's going to be easy to tell.
Of course.
I don't know if I had a prediction, red group, number 1.
Yep, I would have to agree with that prediction. I think it's a wise prediction. Very excellent.
Hope these gates open pretty soon. We can get into this match. See some wizards.
Yeah, we'll see some wizards. Okay, so we got a tweet here from Jim. Jim says, with the nerfs locking 5 and 4, do you think LSD will be viable? Yeah, I think LSD will be viable because I think LSD is going to be insane unless they catch some nerfs, last little bit of the PTR.
I heard they were getting a pet that does polymorphs, and that seems a little ridiculous to me. AKA mages, LA Mage. They get little mage pets.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, mage comes on their team, I think they just win. I don't know.
Yeah. We got another tweet here. Timothy asks, when can I look forward to see Team Canada play? Hashtag second place. They'll be playing next weekend in case it just opens so we can zone on in. Yasko tweets, Reject Commentators Q with Jet Healing to show Hydra how to play Holy. Hashtag Kappa. He's trolling, guys. Got a tweet here from Clumpy. Is your hybrid holding hands emote picture of you and Sea-Doo? Not exactly hybrids, but adorable out of 10. Yeah, it's Sea-Doo, my character, holding hands. Yeah, so thank you for the tweets, guys. You can tweet to me at Azael. If you enjoy the commentary, you can follow me there as well. Do you have a Twitter you want to be plugged?
Me? No, I don't have Twitter.
Okay.
That's okay, though. Just follow me at Conrad NAO.
Conrad NAO?
Yeah, Conrad NAO.
Yep. Okay. So
send your tweets there. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I can. If I don't respond, just send more.
Yep. And I mean, you do love your memes, right? So
yeah, I love my memes.
Yeah, so tweet as many memes as possible to @ComradeAO.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the third? Why can I not see them? Oh, okay, he changed his name. Vanya Durtar. Okay, cool. All right, so Mushroom Company going up against Sonic Kids. First best of 3 here, starting it off on the ground. Should be a good one.
I hope so. Shadowcleave versus, you probably have more experience against this comp than anything, but as you said, get the Druid into Fears and then switch on it with a Death Knight. Yeah. Probably their best opportunity, especially because when you go on a healer, they're forced to heal themselves, and with Affliction Walk, the other team will be rotting. So, yeah.
Oh, wait, I messed this up. These frames. Grybo check. Gotta do that. And Grybo. I think it's Grybo. I don't know. Whatever. He's Grybo now. I don't even know if that's his name, but that's who he is.
He's Muhomer.
It's Muhomer?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay. All right. Well, he's Muhomer now, so we'll hope that's right.
We're hoping it's Muhomer.
Yep, we're hoping it's Muhomer. All right, so gates have opened up. We're going to be starting this off, and I think that Shadowcleave needs to go on Echo a lot, shut down the fears on their Druid. You cannot let your Druid just get spam feared. You have to stop him, and just go on that Shadow Priest a ton, and then make swaps to that Resto Druid. We'll see if they're going to be able to do it. Looks like they want to start off on the Ellie Shaman, which is fine, since he's the only person really there. But you can see the target is actually the Ghoul Pet, and that is pretty common. A lot of people love to slay those Ghoul Pets. It's very tough to be able to keep that alive. And we can see that the Iron Bark going to be used immediately onto Vanya Duratar. It looks like he is the target for now. Varant going to be popping that Demon Soul. Fanavar is just dispelling those Demon Soul dots off himself. We need to see Varant getting some more out here, though. Ascendant's already popped here by Waffle Eye. There's the bash onto Vanya Duratar. The AMS breaks. We see that Varant, though, really, he got only 2 dots out with his Demon Soul, man. There's no dots on anyone right now, so that's pretty unfortunate that his Demon Soul did expire. He has full dots up on everyone. Now, here's the swap over on Fanavars, and it's going to be that Asphyxiate into the coil. Nice job there, getting that swap onto him. They're going to force some pressure because you can see now everyone's starting to rot a little bit as a result of that swap. Fanavars has to focus on healing himself. He can't really watch everyone right now, but Vanya Duratar taking some damage here. He is going to get caught with the Devouring Plague. Waffle Eye looking at him. Lava Burst is going to be coming in there, but I mean, he is fully hotted up, so he should be okay for now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's important to note Waffle Eye is playing that NS spec, so he's going to be going for NS hexes on Muhomer the entire game while they're going for their burst cooldowns, so it's important to be able to watch for that. But yeah, Trinket's already forced from Echo and on Waffle Eye. Fanavar doesn't have his mana looking good on both teams. constantly we're seeing this silent sphere coming out on the Warlock and the Resto Druid, so good job by Echo to get that cross CC going out, trying to make the Warlocks as many CC as possible. I'd like to see these Resto Druids kind of go for more Cyclones, so both are playing pretty defensive, just trying to feel it out, but I feel like if Muhomer wanted to, he definitely has a big advantage on these Wizards, because he's not really going to be a swap target, so if he can start doing that, that'd be great for them. We do see Ani's Trinket coming out, spamming the Soul Swap dots onto the entire enemy team, and this Lock Varant is going to be able to get Soul Charge the entire game off these Shadow Apparitions, as soon as they walk into him. So that's going to be a huge job for his pressure. Like, he should be doing maximum damage all the time. We see a bash on the Varant.
Big damage coming in, the beam into the bash, and Vanya dips down to about 40% HP immediately. He's going to have to go for the AMZ. There was a full Hex, the NS Hex came out on Muhomer. He was overlapped with the Fear, but now he's put into the Clone. He's going to be silenced off that. So much CC coming out. They're going to be going on a Waffle Eye, though. I don't think he's the best target, but they're going to grab him in the middle anyway. Vanya getting pretty low. Muhomer going to have to pop the NS there. He did sit through everything, and that was a huge CC chain. Hex to Fear to Silence to Clone to Bash to Disarm. Everything came out there, and he sat through everything. So good job surviving by Vanya, but still in a little bit of trouble. And I mean, he's getting hit pretty hard here by this team. I really do feel, though, they need to go on this Priest to stop him from getting those Fears on a Muhomer, because every time he gets those Fears out, he's going to have to sit them full. You know, it's not a Shaman that you're playing with. The DP is going to come in now onto Varant. Varant down to about half HP. He's looking at Echo, just spreading dots around right now. The mana equal on both sides, and there's a grip onto Fanabaris. They're going to go hard onto him. He catches his shield as well. He gets pawned. The Healing Tide goes down from Waffle Eye. Coil comes out a split second too late, so he's going to be able to blink out of there. But they did get Healing Tide. They did get, you know, a few little things, and they're going to be able to build up a little bit of pressure. The Fear going to be triggered there by Waffle Eye. He's going for the LA Blast onto Vanya. Vanya dipping down a little bit low, but look at Echo. Look how low he's getting. He's at 30% HP. There's the CS onto Waffle Eye. Full Fear onto Fanabaris. They just need to chase in now. This is their time to continue getting that pressure. They need to go aggressive. The Shroom's going to be popped, unfortunately. No one killed this off. It's going to be a full heal onto the entire team, but here's the swap back on Fanabaris. He has no hots. He has no skin. He's at 50% HP. Waffle Eye goes into the Clone. Fanabaris getting out of there. Shadow Cleave, getting some good pressure here now. They're starting to look a lot stronger.
Yeah, this is definitely what they need to do. They need to keep switching to Fanabar fast, because if they don't switch fast enough, Barkskin will come back up. We do see that another Fear Silence combo coming to Baron. He doesn't end up drinking that, and Homer just kind of saving his Trinket, sitting in the back, playing as defensive as possible, letting a Shadow Cleave just do the pressure that they need to get this team low. Shadow Cleave definitely going to have the advantage on mana, but we see them tunneling into this Waffle Eye target, and as you said, I don't agree with that. I believe the Shadow Priest is the best target. I mean, if they can stop that CC on their Resto Druid, then every single time they're not going to be in any trouble at all. And there comes the disarm full Fear onto the Resto Druid, and we're going to see pressure coming onto Vanya Durotarp. We see him going around down to 80%. He pops the AMZ, so this is a big cooldown coming out of them. I mean, he doesn't have AMS, he doesn't have AMZ for a while, and here comes the NS Hex onto Mahomer. He does end up trinketing that, so there comes the Trinket, knowing that his DK doesn't have many cooldowns left, so I think that's a great trinket by him. And we do see this team running up Knobbers, Varant, and Echo. And there are Shrooms replaced behind the pillar, so if those stack up again when they get in trouble, there's going to be a right back to them. I do think it's important for the DK to go in there and kill those, because every time that they get in trouble, they can just run back to those and pop them. We see Waffle Eye dipping down around 60%, full dust coming out from the Shadow Plate. We do see a spell lock onto that Cyclone, so maybe they can get something going off that onto the Shadow Priest, which is their new target.
But look at Varant, man. Varant may just die here, and he's going to actually, the healing cooldown's coming out too late. Just absolutely obliterated there. Things were looking good for them, but just underestimating the burst there was Varant. Healing cooldowns came out at 5% HP, but if you're in double death range, you really got no chance to survive. And
now, was he playing with a pet there? Or was he sack pet?
I think he was sacked that game.
Yeah, because he sacked himself at like 20%, which really does nothing.
Yeah, it does nothing at all. But honestly, even if you sacrifice with Supremacy and your pet's at full HP, it's only like a bit over 100,000 right now, which isn't too much.
Yeah, so that's like...
It's gone in it global most of the time against Soulcaster stuff, so...
Yeah, I was looking for the good for that Shadow play, and then Burst just came in on that Warlock, and he didn't pop his cooldowns nearly fast enough. You need to preemptively wall if you're not playing with the pet, or sack, rather.
Yeah, and I mean, the biggest thing, honestly, when you're playing against Wizards, is not even using your healing cooldowns and stuff early, it's just porting. If they even look at you port, you have to. You can't stay in line of sight, because you do get absolutely crushed by that. It's like, if you get swapped to it all, you just port. You press port instantly. That's what you should always do. As long as you have that up, you need to try to get out of there, because that's the most important thing, because it's like, the healing cooldowns are nice and everything, but just to be honest, you don't actually out heal a lot of the damage anymore. You have to be out LOS, and just if you can port and that avoids one lava burst, that can actually reduce more damage than a whole pet sack in a Twilight Ward, because that can proc a couple times, so you never know. So you have to be really, really careful. But Mushroom Company looked like they had good pressure, but I really think the Shadow Priest is the main target, not the LA Shaman, because Echo just
full
gets
fears every time.
Yeah, he just keeps getting full fears, and the Druid's going to be stuck in that. And if he's not full feared, they're going to be stable. They're going to be high on HP with pre-hots, and that's a way better situation.
Yeah, it really is. Every time he was just going for that like 1-point disarm fear, and he was getting it every time because they weren't stopping him, they weren't on him. But they did switch to him at the end there, which I think was the right choice, but it was too late by then, and Variant was just dipped down. I mean, they did have cooldowns left, so it's kind of unfortunate for them. But yeah, that's definitely the situation that they want, is to get onto that Shadow Priest, and he was around 60% the instant they swapped to him. And I also think that they need to switch, if they are going to be switching to the Druid, they need to do it every time, because I think inconsistent swaps to the Druid isn't good.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to go pretty much. You have to go pretty often.
Every Barkskin cooldown. You need to go before the cooldown's back up, because Barkskin cooldown's 45 seconds for Resto Druids. It's a minute for Feral, but you need to end Asphyxiate as a 30 seconds, so you have that 15-second window to go without Barkskin, which you really need to capitalize on.
Yeah, it can be really good. You know, one thing is you don't always have to have them having no Barkskin, because honestly you can kind of kill through it a lot of times because you're just stacking up Necro. It's not even so much about your upfront damage as it is about just like shutting them down and stacking the Necro up, because it's like you get the Asphyxiate on, if you can get no hots on them, and then your GK swaps, he asphyxiates them with no hots, and you have full dots up, and he's just stacking Necro, and then he gets, you know, Imp CS off the asphyxiate. That's then 8 seconds or so of just stacking Necro, and then you're spam fearing him, and he's just stacking Necro, and like then the Barkskin's ending, he still has no hots, and he has to heal through all that Necro, so it can get pretty rough. But you know, the other thing is, a lot of times you can honestly force Barkskin just by yourself as a Warlock, because your DK can put out so much pressure on the Shadow Priest that you know, you really have to keep your blooms on whatever target the DK's on, because the thing is, Necro, you can't ignore it. It starts stacking up so high if you just have a rejuve. So blooms are on the Shadow Priest, and you're on I'm gonna he has his gate down.
Yeah, they should kill the gateway. I'm just gonna tell him to go kill it.
He can just replace it. He can put it. Yeah, he can replace it in his entrance, so it's terrible. But I actually just gated to the middle, so it can help me. But anyway, yeah, you can just you can kind of just force it solo sometimes by just getting full dots up on the Druid and fearing him and kind of harassing him and haunting him and blah blah blah, because he has to kind of keep full hots up on the Shadow Priest. So anyway.
Yep, definitely want to see that kind of play coming out from this Shadow Cleave, but this gateway probably going to have to be changed. Obviously, it's a very unfair play getting charges on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But then again, I mean, gateway is good for this team. That's another thing I wanted to point out, is like the Shadow Priest should be constantly dotting that gateway for like procs and stuff.
Yep.
And LA Shaman too for Lava Burst procs. So I'm not even sure. Well, yeah, gateway is obviously good. So
yeah, I mean, at the same time though, it can kind of run out and get orbs. I mean, I don't think it's actually going to matter much, because you're going to have full. What's I saying? He's mind spiking it down, so they're going to kill it off, and then we can start this up. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, he could have. You can actually just redrop a gateway within
just
the
redropped
room.
one inside the room.
Those ones are useless. So that's what you should actually do. So anyway, we're good. We can start this off now.
Yeah. All right, countdown should be coming in relatively soon. Hopefully, we can see this. See what the Shadow Play can do. I believe they're probably going to be going on to the Shadow Priest this time. They did end up switching at the end there. It seemed to be going a little bit better for them.
Yep.
Although, Barrett needs to be able to use his cooldowns much more quickly than it did, or as you said, he just needs to port out.
Yeah, I have to say though, on this map, it's actually even harder for them to avoid fears. So if they're not going Shadow Priest, they may just try to do a rushdown on the Druid, and you can actually just try, like, it's not that bad just sticking Resto Druid start to finish. If you can you know, just, you kind of have to CC the Priest when you go Resto Druid, just try to once again stop the fears. So it's like, you know, you just spam fear the Priest and coax him and do stuff like that, try to harass him, and you can just try to chase their Druid start to finish on a map like this. So I feel like this is kind of giving away their strategy a bit, because I don't think that it's a very good map for a long game for Shadow Cleave. You know, it's just too easy to CC your Druid. So as you know, Phenobarus has his 2 hybrids to help him out, and he can get MD and Tremored and blah blah blah. So CC
I think if the Druid max ranges and they do go on the Shadow Priest, it's going to be hard for him to get fierce. But we're going to see full hots onto the Death Knight and onto the Shadow Priest here, and we're going to see the Death Knight's target actually is going to be that LA Shaman again. So that's what they feel like their target should be. Not sure if we agree with this, but we see the Rencast coming out of this LA Shaman, LA Blast coming in, Unleash. So we're probably see a lot of burst coming out of Homer, dipping down to 37%. We see the Silence coming on him. I think he should just be just fine. He's out of LOS. There's Mindbender hitting on him, but I'm pretty sure it'll be good. He's got full hot span reduce, and we see the spread pressure already come up from the Shadow Play. Demon Soul has been popped. Everyone riding down to 40%, and we see the tree form coming up from Knobber.
Yeah, but they're just going to go on this Ellie Shaman again, man. They already forced the Trinket out on him. Here comes the beam. Ellie Blast coming in now onto Vanya. He's going to be down about half HP. He had the pre-Iron Bark. He's going to pop the AMS as well, which probably will break. Yep, it's already broken halfway through that duration, so he's going to drop the AMZ. I don't think that AMZ was needed at all, though, to be honest with you. He's fully hotted and Iron Bark, and he was back high HP. But here's the swap to Fnarbers. Do they have the coil off this? The asphyxiate comes in. Do they have the coil? No, it doesn't look like it. He's fully hotted. He's in tree form. They are getting some pressure out with this, but through tree form, he should be fine. Tree form does expire now. One thing they want to really do, though, is kill off that Shrooms, man. The last thing you want to have happen is what happened last game. But the silence comes in on Moo Homer, and when you see big damage coming in on Vanya, he's going to be bashed. He has to IBF that. He uses Pet Sack there as well. Full fear now on the Moo Homer. Vanya pulling back. The Lava Burst is going to come out there from Waffle Eye, though, and he is going to be okay. He's going to be able to get back here with his Druid, but when you're not on the Priest, man, it's so easy to fear him on this map. Full Hex now comes in on Moo Homer, and this actually could be really bad for them, but they're making a swap over on a Fnavar at the same time. Asphyxiate into the coil, 0 hots up on him. It doesn't look like any Necros were able to really get out there, though. Vanya was being CC'd off, and I think it wasn't really able to do much.
Yeah, I think this Esprit should definitely be playing more offensive, and here comes the fear. I think this is what you should be doing every single 30 seconds on cooldown, going and get that full fear and putting pressure onto this DK. You see him dipping down to 40-50%. No AMS, and as you said, that AMZ was kind of wasted, so he doesn't have too many defenses. The IBF was used earlier as well, but the pressure is going on to Waffle Eye. No hots on him, down to 40%. Do we see Iron Bark, but available to going down to 20% DP on him, dicking down very, very low. Muhammad put into the disarm into full Hex, so that was probably an NS Hex coming out of Waffle. I'm not sure if it was cast or not. If it was, he should be watching that definitely. And we see the Gateway coming out, so they're all peeling back, probably back to their Shrooms, and there it goes. Here comes the Shrooms, top health. I'd like to see Grabocheck probably, or Homer actually re-put down his Shrooms behind the pillar, so in case that does happen again, they'll be able to go put that back up full. See Echo down about 50%, which is actually quite surprising considering the Death Knight was actually on the other side of the map for a very long period of time, so the Warlock kind of soloing, and the swap is going on to Fnavar. Full Asphyxiate, Barkskin is popping in full hots. I don't believe they should be doing that. If the Wrestler dude does have full hots and has Barkskin up, I don't think he's the best swap target at all. I don't feel like you're going to get much from that. But Echo, on the other hand, is dipping down low from the dots because the hots were on to Fnavar, and I think that the best target for them is this Esprit, and that's what they're going on right now.
Yep, and Fnavar's going to be spamming out those regrowths, trying to top everyone back off. And the one thing that going on the Druid does is it makes him focus on himself, so he falls behind on the other people, and he's into the fear now. Namex pushing in there. That is Variant. The silence comes out on Vanya. We do see the Siphene going to be dropped, even his shield put on that, trying to keep it alive. Waffle Eye, though, going to have to go into the Shaman Rage. He's down to 40% HP. Fnavar's really starting to fall behind. He's down on mana big time. But can they get this burst kill? Variant, there you go. Ports right out of there as soon as they make the swap to him. Good play from him, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Going to get the Drain Soul from the Apparitions. Going to be spreading those dots out once again. Fnavar's going for the drink. They can't let this happen. He's getting big mana here, tucked away in the little cubby. He's actually going to get back to 66% mana, which is big, but he's going to come back to a world where there's no hots on anyone. He's going to have to do some work here to catch back up, so Regrowth's going to be coming out once again. He's going to be feared on that Regrowth, though. He could make it be a good swap target here as he has no hots. The NS comes out. The Iron Bar comes out on someone else as well. Treeform going to be popped. Asphyxiate up there onto Echo. Waffle Eye going for that Elemental Blast. We are going to see Variant pulling back. When you see that cast coming in, just port. Just get out of there. Avoid that. But still, Fnavar's already spending a lot of mana back that he had drank. He's going to go for the Innervate. He's trying to get that, that early Innervate out, but it gets actually dispelled by the Fell Hunter. That is actually a big deal, and he's going to be feared now. He's starting to really struggle, I feel.
Yeah, he's definitely struggling with this pressure. I'd like to see a Tranquility, or Tranquility actually is on cooldown, and Treeform has just been popped, so Treeform probably going to be able to pick up his team. 45% mana, as you said, that Innervate was dispelled, unfortunately, by that pet. And we see a bash onto Variant, a silence onto Homer into a full fear. Maybe try to get some pressure on Variant, but as the preemptively healing cooldowns, I actually agree with that. That's a great job, making sure that nothing happens and he gets ports right out of there. As long as he's never puts himself in a situation where he's going to be bursted down, he should be fine for this entire game. We see the Hex coming out, shifted there by Homer, so good job by him recognizing that. Velbador dipping down to around 46%. Iron Bar comes in, 28%. AMS comes out. We see full hots on him. We should be just fine. No CC on Homer available. And DP comes in. Mindbender should be fine on for Variant, actually switching it up. No cooldowns from Variant. I'd like to see him just get out of there right away. Run away as fast as he can. The Disperse coming out into full fear, using that sprint very well to get that full fear on Homer. We see Waffle Eye dipping down to around 50%. Fnavar, actually, he's kind of steadying on his mana. He's staying around 50%. Hasn't actually used too much. So, not the risk pressure, but 40% on both of these DPS teams on the Shadow Play, and the swap actually over Fnavar.
Gargoyle has come out, man. They're going to go for the kill here on Echo. Well, he does not have that Disperse. Gargoyle is up. Shroom's going to be popped, and that is what they need to kill off, man. They can't let that happen. They had huge pressure on everyone. The Shrooms are going to alleviate that, but the Asphyxiate comes in on Fnavers. They're going to be going hard on Echo. I think if Fnavers needs a trinket, he does late. The Nostun comes in, Iron Bark Shield. Full hots go up onto Echo. Fnavers going for that Cyclone. He is going to be able to land onto Vanya, relieving some of that damage, but the Gargoyle is still doing work. It is going to be put into that shackle. I'd like to see a dispel on its important cooldown. But here comes the beam onto Vanya. They're going to go hard onto him. What damage can come out from Waffle Eye? Doesn't look like anything just yet. Nice fears actually from Variant, shutting down everything during that beam. And now Fnavar is going for the Meld Drink. They need to stop this. They need to see that D&D go down here. Will they get it? I mean, Fnavar is getting a ton of mana back, and this is what they need to do. But Vanya going to grip him out now. He gets through the asphyxiate there, 50% HP. They're going to try to swap it over onto him because he has no hots on himself, which could be a great time to do it. The coil comes in, still no hots up on Fnavar's, but Vanya not feeling confident to pull back in there, so he's going to get the fear on him. He grips him back out. Great job by Variant. Fnavar's in some trouble. He's going to blink out of there, though. The NS comes up. Disarm goes out on Vanya, and we do see the side feed down once again here. Going to be spamming out those fears. It's going to be banish off. And now Namex here, that's Variant. He's pushing in. He gets the fear on a Waffle Eye. Full dots up on everyone. They kind of have him cornered, and I feel like this is a great position. Have that DK up in the front, sit on the Shadow Priest, but the asphyxiate comes in onto Fnavar's. Waffle Eye in a lot of trouble. 20% HP. 20% HP on Fnavar's. Nostun off that. MCS off that. I think he may go down here. He's in execute range. The execute does tick. He's at 20%. The beam goes down on Vanya. They're trying to turn it around, but Fnavar's in a lot of trouble. 30% HP. Iron Bark is up. Waffle Eye has no shot range. Ellie Blast coming out from him. Demon Soul has been popped here by Variant. They need to keep the pressure rolling because they could actually finish him off here. Fnavar's gets out of there, but Waffle Eye into the coil. Soul Drain could come in. Catches the regrowth. Another fear on Fnavar's. Not in range of the Tremor Totem. Tremor Totem now going down, but there's a re-fear on Fnavar's. And everyone is in so much trouble right now. The asphyxiate coming in on Fnavar's. They're going to try to finish him off. MCS off that. Soul Reaper is up, and I think Soul Reaper is going to proc here. He can't dispel it. Just barely not in range of the Soul Reaper. I think it did proc, but he caught a shield at the same time. Innervate going to go up, and it looks like they will be able to stabilize.
Yeah, fortunately for them, that tree forming coming up just in time, able to pick up the team, but they're still not over yet. Waffle Eye dipping down to 30%. Iron Bark is popped up, spamming those tree heals. NS comes out, Swift Mend, everything going on to Waffle Eye, trying to keep his team up. And Homer actually took a little bit of pressure there, dipped down to 50%, but should be just fine. We see a bash down and a fear onto Variant. The fear is dispelled. The Shadow Cleave doing everything right, I think. They're just doing exactly what they need to. They keep pressuring this team, pushing them back into the corner, going hard, but we see the coil onto Variant, into the full fear, into the asphyxiate. This could be the end. The Soul Reaper's up. Actually, blinks back into the pillar. The MCS comes out 40%, catches a shield, Nostun, 16%, 13%, Shadow Melt, Regrowth, or rather Swiftman coming out, Iron Bark, everything from him. Looks like Fnavar's going to be just fine. Homer going for that Cyclone of 40%. He's in tree right now, trying to keep his team up. Crazy damage coming up from both teams here. Both teams dipping really low. Clone on Waffle Eye. He ends up tricking that. Fnavar down to 20%, 30%. They're just tunneling into him, running out the entire game. This Warlock harassing him as much as he can. Throws a full fear when he's low. Full hots ticking. Probably will bring him back up in that fear. I don't know. Not sure what this LA Shaman team is going to get done here. I mean, sure they force a tree form, but Homer still has a trinket pretty much for the entire game, and they're not actually able to get a kill.
Yeah, I mean, this triple healer team, and they're just able to survive so well. It's the hybrids holding hands. We see the sounds coming in on Grabochek. Variant may go down here. He has no trinket. He's into the DP. He's bashed as well. He's got to get out of there. Does he even have a port up right now? I'm not sure. The coil comes out of Fnavar's. Fnavar's could be in some trouble. There's only a couple minutes remaining in the game, though. Mushroom Company needs to get the kill. The timeout will go to this triple hybrid team. We do see that Fnavar's going to pull back there. He did pop the shrooms again. Going to be able to hop himself back up. The NS comes out. Demon Soul going to be popped here by Variant. We can see that there is a lot of damage coming out from him, but Fnavar is going to dispel the UA. He's in some trouble. The Gargoyle has been popped up on him again. He may go for the Meld Drink. He's going to go for the Regrowth instead. He pulls back, but Waffle Eye going to be the target now. Waffle Eye taking quite a bit of damage here. Variant still spreading those dots out well. The Nostun comes out. Fnavar has those shrooms stacked here on the tomb. You can see it right on the top of the stairs there, so they're not taking them out, and he's just going to pop them probably. The Asphyxiate comes in. Can they kill him right now? Life Grip comes out. They actually gripped him away from the shrooms. I think that was a mistake. He's got to get back there. He's trying desperately to get back to shrooms. He does get back there and does pop the shroom bloom, but he's at 50% HP. Iron Bar comes out. They're going to go on to him. He has no hots on himself. The coil comes in. This could be it. Vanya trying to connect. 30% HP. Will the Soul Reaper go up? 50% HP. The Swiftman does crit there for Fnavar's. Clone onto Waffle Eye. Fear on Echo. It's a 3v1. They could finish off Fnavar's. Big damage coming in. 10% HP. The Ursox goes out. 25% HP. Another clone onto Echo. Great cross CC coming out, but the hybrid spamming out those heals. Healing surges being spammed out by Waffle Eye. The Palm, the Shield, the Renew, all coming out from Echo on Fnavar's, keeping him alive because they only have 1 minute remaining. Mushroom Company must get the kill right here or it's going to time out.
Yeah, definitely. They want to go really hard. I think the best strategy for them actually is just to tunnel in Fnavar until the end. That's the best chance that they have. I don't think they're going to get a kill on either of these DPS. The Shadow Priest does have Disperse. The other Shaman has Sham Rage. Fnavar kind of at a mana. I think they just need to get that burst kill down. And then asphyxiate into an MCS, but we see Variant kind of dipping low. 1 minute left in this game. I don't think they're going to be able to get it done. We see a silence coming in on Homer. DP coming in. Big damage onto him. No Bark Skin actually looks like it's available. Gets put into the disarm. Clone onto Veil Barotar. And Fnavar's in tree form. I'm pretty sure that's going to spell the end for them. With tree form coming up, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to get a kill on anyone, and that should probably just be the end of the game right there. Homer sitting pretty safe around 70%. Not going to matter for his team. kind of unfortunate for them that there's a timeout. They did have most suppression the entire game, but this hybrid team just spamming out the heals whenever they're in trouble and being able to live through it all.
Yep, and I mean, Healing Surge is being spammed out there by Waffle Eye. Only 20 seconds remaining now. They did get the Trinket and the Shaman Rage and the Stone Form from Waffle Eye and Phenombras, but it doesn't matter. Only 15 seconds remaining, and I don't think there's any way they're going to get the kill right here. But they have 10 seconds. Maybe they can make something happen. This is their last chance, probably. Swap comes in on Phenombras. They got to get a kill right here. But Duratar might actually be the one to die. He's hexed offensively. The Petsack comes out. The AMS goes up, but will it break? The beam goes down. Muhomer going to have to Trinket. Phenombras going to blink out of there. 11 minutes is up. That is the timeout. Both teams going to be awarded a point. Sonic Kid's going to take it on the timeout. And Mushroom Company, you know, there it is. They zoned out. They do see that it is the timeout. So unfortunately for them, they're going to have to go back to the picks and the bans.
Yeah, they will have to go back to the pits and the bans. Good play from Phenombras team, though. Great play under pressure, getting tunneled into there. But, again, they're playing triple hybrid. Just spam those heals on the rest of the while he's being tunneled. And not much the Shadow Cleave can do.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like the Shadow Cleave going on the Ellie is the problem. Shaman Rage is up too much. You can't. It's so hard to ever kill the Ellie, in my opinion. I feel like it's just a bad target. And they're letting Muhomer get so many fears. You know, he's eating so many fears from Echo. And it's like, Echo, you know, you saw that one swap where they almost killed Phenombras, and Echo was CC'd for so long, and you know you saw the Druid finally getting involved in the clones. He got clones out on the Priest, and then he got clones out on the Shaman, and they had this 3v1 going for so long, and that's what you need to do. You need to get that awesome CC when you go on the Druid, but because they're sitting on the Ellie Shaman instead of Shadow Priest, their Druid has to run the whole game if he doesn't want to get spam feared. And even when you're running the whole game, you're still going to get feared because feathers are so good. It's almost impossible to avoid the feathers fears. They just sprint so fast. So I just think it's just the wrong strategy that they're using, honestly. And not going on the Shadow Priest is really allowing.
If you do go on the Shadow Priest. Yeah, if you do go on the Shadow Priest, I mean the Druid's going to be able to clone freely because he's not going to be under any pressure to get feared at all. Because he's not going to be able to do it. He's just simply going to be slowed the entire time trying to run at a non-slowed Resto Druid. So he can just go and get clones on the Ellie whenever he wants. I mean, sure, there's shocks and groundings, but there's a Warlock on your team. So he's going to be trying to do that stuff too. So I think that's definitely, you're right. That's the right target choice. But may not even be these comp matches up next time in this series. Yeah,
I mean, there's a good chance that it won't be the exact same thing. But I just think that you know, Mushroom Company, I actually think they played quite well. You know, there was, you know, obviously the cooldowns didn't come out fast enough from Variant the first game when he got bursted down, but honestly, that can happen to anyone, and it does happen to people pretty consistently. It's MOP. People get bursted down. You know, mistakes are made, but I think they played well enough. They just didn't have the right strategy. So
yeah, I think they did play.